Wolfgang, where you at, man?
What up, what up, what up? What it good do? What it good do, y'all? What's good? Let you everybody pile in. This is Wolfgang Amadeus, and this is Set in the West. I appreciate all y'all for being here right now. I need a little bit of audience participation because I am premiering a segment that no, it's going to be a weekly thing. It's called All My Niggas. This is all my niggas is where you're going to get all of the YouTube drama from a logical standpoint and why all this is going on. So you got all types of stuff that goes on YouTube, the so-called black sector of YouTube. And each week you can come and listen and hear all my niggas. And, you know, I'll just get you caught up. I'm going to get you caught the F up. Now, I want everybody to, I have theme music. I have some theme music. Put a 1 if you like this song. It's all my ninjas. All my ninjas. Y'all niggas is cutting up. All my ninjas. All my ninjas. Y'all cutting up. All my ninjas. Alright. Okay. This all my ninjas. All my ninjas. All my ninjas. Alright. So y'all can put a 1 in the chat if you like that for the theme song for All My Ninjas. I mean, you know. Or let me give you the alternative because I kind of rock with this one. And we're going to go put a 2 in the chat if you want to run with this one. Exactly. Sounds like telenovela music. That first one was telenovela, but this one's more like All My Ninjas. All right, 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat for part 1. 1 in the chat for 2. Of course, number 2. I was rocking with 2 anyway. All right, I think we're running with number 2. I think this is it. I think I like number 2. All My Ninjas. Yeah. All right. All right, we running with number 2. I think that's what it is, man. Wolfgang Amadeus in another episode of All My Ninjas, the first episode of All My Ninjas. All this YouTube drama and all this YouTube beef that's going on right now. Currently, it is February 9th, 2025. We're at the edge of the Super Bowl. I already know the Eagles is going to win it. But I want to see who this guest is going to be because they said Kendrick Lamar has a special guest that he's going to, well, I ain't going to say a special guest. He has something special for the halftime show. So I'm very interested to see how all that plays out. And we're going to see how it go. Y'all feel free. Wait, I didn't even check out the votes. Did everybody vote? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, 2. Everybody's saying it's 2. It's 2. We rocking with 2. Welcome to All My Ninjas. And yeah, man. It's gonna be Lil Wayne. That's what you think, Gray Line? Yeah, I feel you. I don't watch TV anymore, too. Of course, Kendrick for the win. And yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Okay. First off, for the YouTube situation, let me go ahead and bring Jag to the conversation. Jag, are you there? Okay, you're muted. Maybe you don't want to be. Okay,
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm just working in the back studio.
Do your thing. Do your thing. Shout out to, what do you think of this beat?
I love it. I've been listening silently. I like what you're doing with it, Chief.
I added some new music to, of course, your show, and while we are in the middle, that's what I was doing. And I was just like, let me just add a little bit of flavor. Shout out to the production, you know. Um,
Sir.
Now, on the heels of where we're at with what just happened on your channel, dear.
What just happened, honey?
Okay, so there was a situation where, I'm trying to get this straight. Hold on one second. Okay, let me just take down the banner for all my ninjas. So first off, here it is. I said, let me, I've been teasing and talking about this, all my ninjas. And this is basically just a recap or a breakdown of what was going on in these YouTube streets for the past week.
A lot of distractions.
A lot of distractions. Since we just had something on your platform, it literally was in our house. We have to address what was in the house, but we're not going to get too in depth. So the situation that happened just now, Maggie, you, Grace, wanted to discuss a dream you had about your son to Just D. Now, Just D, when she first was introduced to you, or she did a video about her speaking to your son. Yeah. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now, go ahead, pick it up. Where do you want to go from there? And we ain't gonna go too long on this.
I mean, honestly, we never got a chance to get to the dream because I wanted Grace and D to be present to help me interpret it properly.
Yeah.
Now, before we went live, we all had a conversation in the chat about what I wanted to do. Yeah. To which D asked what the dream was about. And I told her I was not going to discuss it until we did the reading. And I wanted it to be an impromptu cold reading so there would be no collusion or influence in any way, and everyone could speak honestly from their spiritual highest self.
Yeah.
I also made it very clear that I did not discuss the dream with Grace either. And Grace also had a dream, and we were going to be breaking all of that down. Oh, baby, Ms. X at the back door.
Yeah, I'm going to bring him up. Ms. X, hold on 1 second.
Oh, sure.
Go ahead.
Anyway, long and short, we discussed all of that, and then I said, we're going live shortly. Take your time to get ready. We go live in about 40 minutes, I believe I said. And then we got into the studio, or should I say when I got into the StreamYard studio, both Grace and D were already there, both of them. So I just want to highlight for a second. It was 40 minutes in between. See, that's why I became a little agitated. Because if you were literally that tired, but you were able to hit the link and be present backstage before we started, if you were able to stay up that long, how couldn't you have stayed up a couple minutes more if you were so tired? I mean, am I making sense?
That makes sense.
Like, if you were really that tired, you would have been too tired to hit the link to begin with. It was 40 minutes. When I'm that tired, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not going to hit the link. Like, how many times has D dropped the link for us to join in the chat and we would say, It's been a long broadcasting day. We gonna try to make it through. And then while we're waiting for her to go live, we end up falling asleep. On the nights that we haven't joined early on, that was why. So my thing is, if there was a whole 40 minutes before the broadcast began and you were still alert enough to sign into the link, tap in, allow, approve, come into the backstage, and you were there waiting when I got there with Grace. I asked everybody to mic up and do a quick mic check, and Grace can tell you herself. She affirmed. I said, everyone here, you there, D? She said, I'm here. And then the next thing you know, we go live. I asked for her 3 or 4 times, Grace? And she just didn't respond. And then everything else that happened after that.
Well, I say what we do is address the situation in the near future. Just D is in the chat, and I'm not gonna go too in depth on that whole conversation here because we got other
you asked
other
me
things.
What happened, honey?
No. You said exactly what was said. She's saying she didn't respond because she was asleep, and I was just saying I just want everybody to know that it wasn't like an ambush situation. It wasn't a thing where you were trying to attack her or nothing like that. You
not at all.
You asked her to come up to help interpret his dream, and nothing was said. Now
why would I get into the dream if everyone wasn't present?
Well, yeah.
Interpret.
Right. So that's why I said we'll address it later. But she said
it would make no sense for me.
I believe she was asleep. She said she feels she was ambushed. She was not ambushed.
Oh.
That's why I said we'll discuss it later because that's not the situation. And we understand, you have a disease. Not gonna say a disease because just say there's.
Get into that.
No. So we don't. The thing is we're not going to cause any stress because the emotional well-being and the physical well-being is very important to us, to everybody. So
the question is this, honey? And let me say this: people's medical conditions, though we can all acknowledge, sympathize, or empathize, it is not our medical condition. If you have a medical condition, it is your condition. And it is your job to make sure that you're doing what's best for you and your condition. And if stress is bad for your condition, then involving yourself in and beginning stressful situations probably isn't a good idea.
Indeed. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're going to leave it because it's all about peace. It's all about healing. Now, Jay Mizak, what's good with you?
Oh, hit the link.
It's popping. Can you hear me?
I hear you, and it's a whole bunch of buzzing. What's going on? You hear the buzz?
Man, I don't even know.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can adjust something. It's not that bad. Let everybody know. Let everybody know. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I think I adjusted it right there. Go ahead and say something.
Yeah. Mic check.
All right, I think we're good to go.
It's good because I could plug out my the mic that I'm using.
Oh no, you good. Don't worry about it. We're good. You say you won't hear it on no end. It's because of my sensitive headphones is what's up. And we got Grace here. What's going on? What's good, Grace?
Salvana, everybody. Lord, cousin, everybody was mad a second ago. I hope everybody had a chance to,
Yeah.
I really wish people would stop saying that I'm yelling when I'm not yelling. I'm not Tasha.
I wasn't talking about you
yelling entertainment.
All right, y'all. I'm glad all three of you guys are here with me on this first episode of All My Ninjas. Now, All My Ninjas is going to just kind of recap all the bull crap that has been going on in these YouTube streets.
Honey, I have to say something because I'm about to do something that I don't want to do without discussing it with you first. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and watch a pity party begin in this chat. That I'm not going to do.
Well, then just block out, because we're not here for that. Block them out. You know what it is.
I'm going to make a very strong warning. Everyone has been completely transparent about this situation. There is no ambush. There is no attack. But to lightweight try to black woman shame me by saying that because I elevated what I was saying, I was yelling, I'm sorry. That just sounds like black-splaining to me. You know, the first thing that people do when they're trying to turn an eye against or an eye away from their self and towards someone else is to accuse them of doing something that they're not doing. I wasn't yelling. Did I elevate my voice? Yes, I did, but I wasn't yelling. And if you're going to consistently sit here in this chat and keep saying that I'm yelling, I'm just going to have to call you a liar, flat out, because I wasn't yelling at you. And to consistently sit here in this chat looking for support on something that is a flat out lie is crazy work to me.
So what we're going to do is address
just like
all of
voice messages you've been leaving in the chat. I mean, you want to sit here in this chat and you want to talk like this in this chat. You seem to be wide awake now, ma'am.
All right. So what we're gonna do is move on. All right. I'm about to Jag. I'm Jag.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move forward, like we said. I'm not here to aggravate, and I'm not here to cause any stress, any contention. Some people are in there like they don't know what's going on. I already expressed what was going. I already expressed what was going on, and conversations were had in the background, and we're just going to do a part 2. That's pretty much what's going to have to happen right now.
We have to now. We ain't even get a chance to get to the dream.
Exactly. I know. That's why I said you're going to have to do a part 2. But right now, where we're at with the bullish that's going on in these YouTube streets, and please refrain from cussing, because I kind of want to keep this a G-rated or a PG show at least. You know what I'm talking about? I know Grace, man. Grace just
many of things that disrupt my energy on a day-to-day basis. And guess what? As an adult, I have to learn how to deal with my emotions.
And if what I'm going to do in the chat, yeah, golden errors, you're right. This gets discussed in the background. If you're in my chat and we're talking about this in the forefront because I'm trying to move forward with my program, you will be blocked. That's pretty much it. And that's pretty much it. I think what was calling for there to help with the volume. Yeah, we got that. All right.
See, I could say something real mean,
and you're not gonna say it, and you're not gonna say it because we're gonna move forward because there's bigger fish to fry. But again, the topic at hand, and I'm talking about these situations in the YouTube streets. First off, there was a situation that happened with Too Strong Media. I'm going to address those allegations in a few. I also want to speak on a situation with A2 Tits saying something about he made a members only saying Jaguar Wright outs her fiance as a DL bottom. Plus, what she revealed shocked me. And I'm like, okay, he has my name in the title in that. So I'm going to go over the legal ramifications about that and how some people how they like to project And then also, I'm going to speak on, and I want y'all to help me out with this situation with King World. His criminal felonious ASS was just in this chat talking about he's doing an expose on Villalobos. And
just now?
Oh yeah, I blocked him. He's doing it. Well, because we were going on and on about some other ish that ain't had nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I just kind of said we'll touch up on the whole thing about the YouTube situation, the YouTube stream. But King World's criminal felonious arse. He did 10 years for a robbery. He called my ex-wife last night on his live. This is very. This guy is we're going to talk about that because, see, people like that, when I first met Jag, he actually had people come to the hotel room and were filming and looking for Jag and stuff like that. And yesterday, he apparently he was on Crenshaw and 43rd looking for us.
And guess what's interesting, honey?
A stone cold weirdo.
He did that when we first got together, and we've been together now for almost 9 months, and he's doing it again. 9 months, G.
Well, let's talk about the legal ramifications of all that in a few, and then I'll get into this whole situation with Marlon of Too Strong. I just got a few words for him. I'm not gonna go too long on that. Again, this is an episode of another great episode of All My Ninjas with Grace, Jay Mizak, and Jaguar Wright. Me, Wolfgang Amadeus. I'm right here, and I'm gonna get right into it. AT2, you had a live you did the other day, and Jag was listening on her phone, and a Peachy Man promo came. I've never seen anything Peachy Man, any of these ads that pop up. The ads that pop up on mine, it will be like, have you started your business? Or there's DIY and there's Wix. Or this is the real B&H story. Like if so my algorithm, basically the commercials that come up really pretty much are based on my algorithm. It's called user-based targeting, and YouTube basically employs a sophisticated advertising system that prioritizes individual user data to deliver personalized ads while also considering the broader audience characteristics of a specific channel to enhance ad relevance. So the Peachy Man ad, and Peachy Man was like, are you a bottom, and are you this, and you should do this, and you should clean your bunghole, and you should do, like, it was that type. And we were like, wait, what is, I've never seen this ad. Jag was busting up. So what that ad showed though was channel demographics. So user specific data plays a significant role, but the content and audience demographic of the channel you're watching can also influence the ads displayed. So advertisers often target their ads to specific topics, channels, or content categories that align with their products or their services. So if he had if he was a fitness channel, or if he was this, you would see that pop up. But no, we had Peachy Man, a product that's pretty much catered to gay and bisexual men. What you say, Jaguar?
I say it sounds very peachy. I say it sounds peachy keen.
Okay.
Oh, what I thought was very interesting, though, was the way he tried to deflect it and say that the only reason it came up was because we were watching it. That's just not how analytics works, dum. Thank you for making it very clear that you didn't do well in college. What I will say is in that same live, while he was trying to do the deflection about the Peachy Man ad being attached to his algorithm, was the fact that he also addressed something from a content creator who's been around the Black tea sector for quite some time.
And who was that?
Affiliated Coffee City.
Oh,
I haven't seen anyone bring. I thought she was off YouTube at this point, but apparently she still is. And she did a review on someone who goes by the name Auntie Hammy. Now, for those who don't know,
Mm-mm.
Scorched
Mm-mm.
Earth.
Scorch Earth.
Welcome.
Welcome.
West Sider.
Appreciate you. Scorch Earth. Yes.
Anyway, Auntie Hammy was one of Tasha K's original monsters that she created here in the troll sector. Auntie Hammy went viral. Actually, it was the Auntie Hammy storyline that kind of proved the theory that they knew how to make fake stories go viral. Actually, Auntie bragged about it because when they intersected her, she was like the first troll that they really attached on to me, and then Wiley jumped on. And these were all content creators that were mentored and worked for Kiwi Studios and the Kiwi brand. Now, Auntie Hammy is the one that came up with that body oil song that everyone was saying was me. That used as a commercial forever to convince people. The official King PDF used to play it on his channel, the body oil. And Auntie Hammy and some dude would pull up in a BMW and they were playing the body oil song, and they were saying that that was actually me selling my salve when they first started attacking my products. And then Auntie Hammy was also the one to do the video in the diaper, in the adult diaper, saying that she was me. And that's where the diaper story came from, because Auntie Hammy was the first one to create that. So yeah, Auntie Hammy was a very destructive figure. And as she said in the video that Coffee City reviewed, she was one of Armand Wiggins' biggest trolls as well. But anyway, Auntie Hammy, her first big viral story here on YouTube was when her and Tasha K met up in person, and allegedly there was a fight. Supposedly Auntie Hammy had punched Tasha K in the eye and blacked her eye, and Tasha got Auntie Hammy locked up, and they were raising money online to get Auntie Hammy out of jail. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? It was all fake. But that story ran for almost a month before it got busted. And when it got busted was when I went after Auntie Hammy myself and left from Dallas and drove clean through the night and was in Florida down the street from where she lived, because I found out her address. Because I wanted to congratulate her on camera for punching Tasha K in the eye. And then that's when she started, oh my God, I'm scared of Jag. How did Jag pull up on me that fast? She started leaving me alone after that. And I guess that's when she focused all of her attention on trolling Armand Wiggins. But then by that point, Wiley was all over me. So like there's a long-standing history with a lot of these people. So anywho's in, like I said, I've been going through this for 5 years. There's a lot of things that have happened on YouTube that most people have forgotten about. You know, yeah, you did miss all that. Now, Auntie Hammy gets on live recently talking about why she's no longer doing the black tea sector and the beef sector and the Jaguar Wright sector anymore, because it's no longer making money anymore.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And Auntie Hammy goes into talking about how she was right there from the very beginning, pushing this fake news train that the troll farm has had going now strong for about 6-7 years. And Auntie Hammy said, you know, she stepped away because she saw the money dwindling. You know, she said, Tosh, you know, Trans Rena was the driving factor, and Transrena was making big money. And because they were all following her, it was like a pyramid scheme. They got to make money. But she said that the Cardi B lawsuit came and the money started drying up. And when, the money train on, the wino gang started going down, it started going down for everyone else. So apparently, Jaguar Wright content is really all these people have left. And then Auntie Amy went on to say how she wasn't interested in being a part of the TK train anymore because there was no money in it. All of them are failing. She was making fun of Armand Wiggins' platform, saying, look, he ain't make. She was like, none of them are making any money anymore. She said, what was I going to do? Stick around and wait for Tasha to get another lawsuit and then there's really no money? Auntie Amy literally just single-handedly exposed the entire operation. She literally just exposed. You know what? You know what, honey? You know what I want to do? Do you mind if I go to Coffee City's channel? We put up the fair use banner.
Nope. Not at all. We're not doing that. Nope.
Oh, okay.
You know that. I don't even. No.
When
we address it, we can address it another time.
What I will say is, if you would like to hear what Auntie Amy has to say about the Black T Jaguar Wright beef sector demise, if you would like to hear her describe it intricately as someone who was one of the pioneers of these things, you should really go take a listen. It's very informative. I guess that's why Andre Turner Jr. woke up this morning. Yeah, Toxic Diamond, who's in jail right now and still has not been released from all of her online shenanigans, because it was all of her online trolling of me and abusing little people and animals live online with a pistola, live online, threatening to unalive Jaguar Wright day for day with a pistola, live online. Yeah.
Okay, so Grace.
This is what the sector was.
Grace, so let me get.
I'm sorry.
I'm here.
That's all. I just wanted to.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get her take on this whole situation, because Jag basically was giving us the backstory of a few things, but we really want to talk about what's going on with AT2 and his antics, because the backstory she's breaking down gives people a little bit of context of like, oh, well, why he's doing what he's doing. There's always money involved when it comes to attacking Jag, putting Jag's name in the title. But now when you get into some things about the sexuality and defamatory statements and things like that, particularly of a sexual nature, I'm gonna talk about the recourse on that. But what do you say about what she just, you could back up or kind of piggyback off what she said in regards to how this whole thing works monetarily and how it benefits a lot of these content creators to drag Jag?
It's all part of the game. Clearly, does no one see that there's a whole, like, these are employees. Their job is to harass this woman.
Jag calls them co-workers.
Yeah, they got boo-boo co-workers around here on this platform. And their file is the Jaguar Wright file. Everybody that's been getting ulcers and excessive doctor visits. And now, everybody's about to lose their jobs soon. And instead of, saying, hey, man, leave with some type of class, you can go to the next one. Oh, no. They tried to go into the workhouse and have one of those disgruntled employee workout, situations where they burning everybody and then, pound and all that. Like everybody's about to lose their job here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And these people are, yes, like, do y'all hear this shit?
Oh, and shout out to my boy LP LaRon. I saw you. We got to do a music review for you. In fact, Jay Mizak. In fact, I'm bringing him up right now. What's your take on the situation? Because I got to get you included in this conversation, but also just in general, other conversations surrounding this topic. But my main thing is music, hip hop, etc. But Jay, first off, everybody follow Jay Mizak and Grace. Grace doesn't have a channel, but everybody, I want y'all to plug your channels or whatever, IG, whatever it is. But Jay, give us your channel, and then also just give me your take on this whole thing with A2 Tits.
Y'all hear me?
We hear you.
I don't know. I only heard about y'all.
Okay, we could barely hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know that dude. This A2 Titties guy. I only know about him from y'all, right?
Okay.
I don't follow him. I don't watch his shit unless it comes to me. So I really don't have nothing to say about him. I think all of those trolls are pathetic. They don't have life. They don't have nothing to do. They just sit on YouTube and talk shit about people. But look at their life. What do they do? So I really don't pay attention to them. So
yeah, no, it's all good. That's all good. No, I respect that. And in all honesty, you keep all that negativity out your circle, you'll do better in life. This guy AT2 though, he just makes it his day to drag Jag. And then now, like I said, he just did a video saying something about me being a DL bottom. I'm gonna say it like this. Well, first off, I understand what projecting is. So, AT2, you might as well just come all the way out the closet. That's all I gotta say. And then I'll go to Kevin Samuels' route. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. All these women were running around saying Kevin Samuels was gay and this and that. Kevin Samuels said, produce the men that I have had, X with, and I'll give you money. Basically, I'll say that to AT2. Produce the men that have bottomed me out or something, and then I'll give you some money straight up. But if a YouTuber has published false or defamatory statements about me, especially in a sexual nature, there's things that I can do. And number one, I've already preserved the evidence. I'll figure out the whole cease and desist thing, and then the screenshots and all that. But I'm going to present it to YouTube because I want his channel, because that platform is liable. You have to be aware that platforms like YouTube are generally protected by the Communications Decency Act, which means they aren't typically liable for user-generated content. However, they're obligated to address violations of their policy when notified. So, me and Jag, we're going to get down to the bottom of this. And again, go ahead.
This channel is also the one that took responsibility for bringing that fake AI video lying about Mr. Carter and attaching it to another terrible situation in my life. It was also his platform that took credit for that with Media Takeout, and that lying ass story made it all the way to TMZ.
Right. Wow. Grace, you saying something? Go ahead. What are you saying?
Oh no, I was listening. That was probably outside in the background.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I've been lying for quite some time, allegedly, if you want. But
you want to know?
Y'all better take advice. Who was that nosy hoe that's sitting in jail right now?
No, not nosy hoe. Nosy hoe is not in jail.
I can't say.
It's Toxic Diamond, the one that said with a pow she's gonna blow my brains out.
Wow.
And then she got caught hitting on the dog with that same pistola.
Wow.
And she abused her daughter live online, and Judge Shady Court had to take custody of her child for a while until the family could come and get the child. And I don't know if everybody remembers, but it was me and Nosy Ho that reported her to the services and to the police because she was the one that went down there in Vegas over there to the Rite Aid, I think, or no, to the CVS over there by the Paris Hotel with her daughter at 2:30 in the morning, live on YouTube, sending the baby in the store to go get the Snoop Dogg wine cooler.
Child endangerment.
And then when the woman in the store told her, take your little ass home, you shouldn't be out here, and I'm definitely not selling you no drink. I don't care if you're paying in cash. And then Toxic Diamond went into the store to accost the woman about talking crazy to the child. And then the next thing you know, the woman cold jumped up and whooped the both of their ass.
Wow.
I'm done. I couldn't believe it. Did they let this woman running around?
How old was the baby?
Like 12.
Wow.
And she used to fight the little girl.
Wow.
Yeah. Y'all remember when she was sitting there abusing that dog?
Wow.
Animal control on her, everything. It was terrible. And she was one of the originals. It was Tasha K that sent her out on a dummy mission to work with OG Patty, Patrice Garner in the backdrop to set me up when I was in Vegas. She was living in Circus.
Y'all
all right, y'all.
That YouTube was live.
Okay. These are YouTube content creators.
In this episode of All My Ninjas.
Like she was the one that said that she caught me prostituting under an underpass while I was with my second husband and he was on the lookout. Like that's crazy work. What if they all repeated that nonsense?
Well, see, that's what I was saying about defamation and stuff like that, taking on legal proceedings when it comes to stuff like that. And this
on YouTube on that Snoop Dogg 19 crimes, and she tried to commit every one right on YouTube.
And speaking of 19 crimes, this episode is brought to you by Divine Bail Bonds in Lake Charles. If you want to get bailed out, hit up Divine. Divine. All right, y'all. Back to the fuckery. Look. So
all my niggas.
All my ninjas. There it is. You come on. Let's not get flagged. Let's not get flagged, please. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's better than giving the finger to you to TikTok and getting blocked and banned.
Well, F TikTok. Anyway.
See what I'm saying?
Now, the thing is, now I'm going to speak on a couple of things. Well, I ain't going to talk about. I don't want to say the channel's name, Elmo's World. We'll just say that Elmo's World. When it comes to legalities and things like that, like people think that I'm playing when it comes to holding up justice and stuff like that. I'm not perfect, but I come from a background of activism. You know my elders, the former Black Panthers and stuff like that. I did produce for Black Lives Matter. I'm still tied in with them. I don't agree with everything that Black Lives Matter says, but check this out. One of
my favorite moments about our relationship was when we first got together and we went out to go have breakfast with one of your Panther elders, and I got to put him on the phone with Fred Hampton Jr. Fred Hampton Jr., son of Fred Hampton Sr., one of his old comrades. That was a great moment.
And yeah, he knew his mother and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lovely morning and just putting him on the phone and letting him exchange phone numbers. That was the moment when I was like, oh wow, we're a couple. Like we could be a really amazing couple. Yeah, great moment.
Yep, and the thing with that is criminality and things like that not standing up for. So King World. When we speak on 19. all my ninjas, that's the King Ninja.
19 crime.
1900. He's a criminal. He served 10 years back in 2006 for a robbery.
Yeah.
He's a dangerous person. When I first met Jag, he came to the hotel so he had someone come to the hotel filming. He aired it, right? And
is that his name? No,
his real name. No, his real name. I got his real name. You see, he ain't said nothing about me. I had to. That's why I say I just jab at y'all, just like I was talking about Elmo's world. I'm taking jabs at you to give you the warning, just like with Mr. What's his real name? I don't want to say it right now, but he knows where he's at. The guy that's in Dallas, Texas, who was stalking and threatening me and stuff like that as well.
The football player.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm going to produce justice. I'm not playing with you guys. I'm
so sure he's going to be enjoying the Super Bowl as a former high school athlete before all of his aspirations to join an exotic sex cult ran by Eligio Bishop.
Oh man, see, that's a whole nother episode of All My Ninjas, because he was down with Carbonation. Am I correct?
He wanted to be a part of it.
Wow.
He auditioned and didn't get picked.
Wow.
And they got mad and started stalking Courtney, aka Solar, who they tried to connect me to because I just did the God-loving thing to do and tried to offer God to people who had just come out of a very bad situation. Like wild.
Well, look, y'all. A bunch of clowns. He just came into the chat. He said he's going to expose me. Go ahead, expose me. I'm already exposed.
Expose you?
Marquisio Watson, the criminal, who called my ex-wife last night on his live, and we can tie you up with some contributing to harassment, aka King World.
I'm just trying to figure
weird.
out. No, I'm trying to figure out, how are you so desperate for content that you literally think that calling someone live online whose phone number you should not have,
right,
and ambushing them is content? Number one, I don't get that. There's a couple other things though about that call that I also didn't get.
Well, we'll save that.
I'm just saying, I don't get how somebody says, hey, I'm not gonna tell you how I got your phone number, but I'm a YouTube journalist, and you don't ask how you got this phone number. Don't ever call me again, and bang on them.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
That call was I'm just saying, for me,
yeah, that's
someone who's been stalked by online predators and know how hard they go.
Yeah, I don't play with them.
Gathering evidence to file charges. That call was way too long.
Oh yeah, it would have been shut down quick. But long story short, we could talk about that another time. This guy here is a certified stalker. Yeah, King Twirl. And again, y'all, hey, y'all go ahead and hit the like button, please. And if y'all got to share whatever, please hit the like button. Oh man, yeah, we definitely gotta get them likes up. I thought he said 360 and it's 372 in the chat.
Yeah, so no, we need 200 more likes, please.
At least.
Thank you.
Jay Mizak, I know you're new to the party, and you too, Grace, but I don't know. Have you guys heard of this guy named King World?
I heard the name, but I don't watch it. I don't know.
Okay. Grace?
I heard his name in passing, but again, I don't watch the content. Like all these people, they're a circus act.
Yeah.
How do these people have all these things going on, and they got time to be on YouTube? Like, I miss the ways of old. They used to send intelligent people with integrity and a name and a reputation to uphold. Like, they sending people that got, them addiction tendencies and shit. No. Good.
Yeah, a lot of these people with their 6-hour lives and all that, to me, it just don't make no sense.
Yeah, like who does that?
Weird.
Like, and they're regularly getting paid for this, because if y'all miss any type of payment, you got me confused.
Honey,
Mm-mm.
Odell,
Yes.
can I tell you how I feel about it?
Sure. Go ahead.
Welcome to Men on Films. We're going to be reviewing the latest film from a male point of view. First up is that controversial movie, Do the Right Thing. Now, I really like little Spike Lee's courage in making this film. I especially like the way he mixed the racial tension with the violence in order to give his message, do the right thing. Come on out the closet. Don't be afraid to be who you is. Black, white, or whatever. Ain't that the truth, Ruth? Now I'd like to talk about an exciting new film, Karate Kid Part 3. It's all about men working out their problems in a very physical way. It was all so primitive. And you know, I really enjoyed Mr. Miyagi, played by little Pat Morita. Ooh, and that Ralph Macchio. 3 words, fabulism. Boy, I hope I look that good when I'm 40. Stop.
Brought to you by Peachy Man.
Oh Lord.
Stay peachy clean for your bottom life.
Wow. All right, y'all. Let's get into this main event. I'm gonna get into the main event. In fact, I'm gonna cam the fuck up for the main event. Too Strong, especially Marlon. Shout out to Too Strong. Shout out to Corey. I'm really just really talking to Marlon when it comes to this situation here, because he said a few things and I want to address it. So number one, let me go ahead and run this real quick, because the thing that was said on the platform about Jaguar kind of just rubbed me the wrong way on a couple of angles. You know what I'm saying? His fake outrage. That's kind of what I want to call it. It's called fake outrage. He talked about Jag almost made a threat, almost made as a threat. He said, bringing family into the story, that isn't cool. And that's true. I'll get with Jag about that comment. But what was really said, she basically said, what if someone attacked your wife like you attacked Steph and Megan? How would you feel? That wasn't a, I'm coming after your, you know, she said some other stuff about, you know, what if I did X, Y, and Z? And his fake outrage came out, oh, well, you know, that's almost made as a threat. I mean, but you go on and continue to drag Jag when you said, you know, for all we know, the child that, you know, and I don't like saying it, but he said that that child could have been a sacrifice. And we know that's not the case. He also said some stuff about, you know, Jay-Z said he would sue her and she changed her story. We know that's not the case. He called you not intelligent. He referenced you as a fart in the wind. He also made a statement about you not being used to being around men. You've been around boys your entire life. So I could take that as a dig at me, but you know, I kind of play past certain comments, just like with AT2 saying what he's saying. I could play past that. I'm not tripping on that, because if it don't apply, let it fly. But I know how some bands, they like to try to inflame individuals. You won't get an inflammation out of me. Shout out to King Payne and his inflammations, allegedly. But the first question that you know, he also made. Oh, okay, he did defend you. They did defend Jag against Tasha K. I'll give him that. They did. But this whole stunt that's going on right now, where, you know, people were encouraging, oh, when you're going to drag Jag, when you're going to do this, and you even mentioned it. You said something about back and forth between content creators. Is this the same thing that y'all do with causing commotion to bring traffic to your channel. Is that what y'all do? Is that what it is? I'm assuming that's what it is, because I mean, trust first, then question. How about we trust what we see from you, and then we question why? I just had to get that off my chest. Everybody else, comment. Go ahead.
All I gotta say, take down all of the content where I was on your panel. Like, if y'all really feel that way about it, just take down all the content. Why should you continue to profit off of something that you don't endorse and are now promoting negatively? I think you should just take down all my videos. That's what I would do if I was y'all.
Yeah. Grace, what's your take? I don't know if you've even seen the video.
I'll be polite. No, I haven't seen that. You know, I don't like watching these people. They are very manipulative. They like to paint one picture when a whole lot of isn't really there. You already know how I feel. I think they're a bunch of punk, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I don't go off too much. Y'all disloyal, and that's just it. You're disloyal. I have to go and check on little people. I think they broke something, but
go ahead. Go ahead, Grace.
And that's good enough for you. No, it's okay. Go ahead. That's fine. Just if I get quiet, that's what I'm doing.
No, handle your candle, handle your business, you know, take care of the little ones. And hey, disloyal. That's real. She says she appreciates the visual. I mean, I you know, Spirit just brought that to me the other night, and I said, I need to, that's kind of the spirit of where the zeitgeist of that conversation was. And I you know, I just didn't, I don't know. I didn't appreciate it. I didn't, you know, but Mizak, Jay.
Yo.
Did you even see the video of Marlon from Too Strong going in on Jag for about a good 40 minutes?
Nah, but I did get some clips.
Yeah.
Talking shit. All I gotta say to Too Weak, man up.
Man up. I like that. That's 2 words. Keep that. Keep that. Man up.
That's all they deserve.
There it is. Yeah, the attacks that were the words that were said and stuff like that is just kind of like, man, why, bro? I don't get it. But the fake outrage of it all, because the whole reason for coming after Jag was basically her calling you out on your actions about going after women. And if that was basically saying, like, how would you like it if someone went after the women in your life like you went after these women? And if that's your comeback and you're offended by that, that says a lot about your actions. That says a lot about how you came after Steph and Megan Walsh. Am I wrong, Jag?
It's just woman after woman after woman after woman attack.
Yeah.
Men don't do that. Men don't play that game. Not real men. And definitely not none that I respect. I've only been around boys my whole life with a man that reminds me so much of my father in almost every way. The only difference between Odell and my dad is that Odell got to his purest consciousness a little bit earlier than my dad. My dad didn't get there till his 40s. Odell has been there since his 20s. My dad would definitely approve. Please don't speak about the men in my life when you don't know nothing about the men in my life.
Not at all.
What you've seen online, and all of those relationships were lightweight and low-key curated by YouTube content creators, allegedly. Fucking lean.
Now, Jag, you let's clarify your comment that you made about because he got he's outraged because you mentioned his family. That was the reason why he went on for 40 minutes to talk about you.
He needs, for real, his wife needs to be outraged at him just out here running around swinging on women. His wife, both of their wives need to be like real disturbed at the things that they say about their own family. They are abusive talking about their own families.
Yeah.
Talking about stepchildren being idiots and stupid. Like, no matter how profound the lesson that they try to share with their audience, they're always low key throwing somebody in their family under the bus.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all the stories that you tell, we only hear y'all side of it. We don't hear what your kids got to say about it. We don't hear what your wives got to say about it. We only hear your side of the story. And guess what? That sounds a lot like your content.
Right.
See, when you lack integrity as a person, it shows up everywhere in your life.
When you lack integrity, bam, that's a cold one. That is a cold one.
Yep.
I wanted to also, because you mentioned, Jag, earlier in general, just about us as a couple, and producing, and you, like I said, when you saw who was in my life, because my shout out to OG Robert Johnson, it's one of my elders, former Black Panther, and he's a real man.
Indeed.
And he and his wife, that's how I know him, through the California African American Museum. They're on one.
Did someone say I don't have no real men in my life? Roger McNair? How dare you say I don't have?
Shout out to Rampage, the last Boy Scout.
Abyss?
Shout out to Abyss. Shout out to all of
shout out to Westmore
Drive.
Poets. I don't got no what say what?
Shout out to Professor Griff. All I got to do is make a call, and someone like Griff is gonna do what? Like, we ain't even got to say it, but you know what happened behind the scenes. Yeah, come on, don't play.
How I feel about that.
Hated it.
So she has real men in her life, bro, and with platforms where if you got over 150K or whatever, you should be looking at maybe trying to take down the real monsters that are out there. I will go deeper into the whole situation later, but
they forgot about Shelly Carter.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
The Jag bag is real.
Well, we're gonna create. Jag and I are gonna create a whole different lane. We're creating a whole new lane because what we got in store, because I haven't been live on my channel, but I'm gonna go live more often. But what we have in store for the Jaguar Wright show, we presented a story. It's not all the way done. Well, we got the story, but I'm just saying, as far as presentation wise, it's not all the way done. But it will be on the Jaguar Wright show. It is on Rumble. It is on YouTube. It is on TikTok. The Jaguar Wright show. And real manhood goes against the what's the word I'm looking for, man? Because if you just sit back and just allow, like I think Martin Luther King even said that, if you just sit back and allow just certain stuff to happen, you're just as complicit. The story that we heard from a survivor, and this person is being backed, still being backed. Well, one of the people are being backed by the NFL. It speaks volumes. And I'm not going after women. Let's go after these monsters. Let me present something to you real quick.
I'm not
sure why.
Tammy
Wallace.
Stand back.
originally from Pomona,
Hold on
California,
one second. I'm
and I ran
fumbling.
track at Pomona High
Fumble.
School.
Why
I
you
remember
ain't coming
seeing
up?
FloJo in the Olympics in LA, and it was on TV. And I knew I was fast. I said, that's how I'm gonna get out of here at a young age. I'm gonna have to run my way out of here and get a free ride to school, and I did. I got a full ride at 16 to San Diego State. In the years 95, 96 and 97, we always had this track meet in Vegas. And it was like the highlight of our school year because that's where all the even the guys that weren't coaching would get on the list and were able to travel with the team. So this particular year, we went to Silverado Invitational in Vegas. And I was 15. The night my incident happened was the same night I seen my friend get assaulted by Kittrick. When my incident happened, I was in his room, and I remember I had on a red t-shirt, no underpants, and he had Boone's Farm and E&J in the room. And he began to grab me, put me on the bed, and I couldn't move. Took my virginity that night. It was horrible. Our hotel room, it was like the team was on one end, and then me and my friend was on the other end with the two coaches, Brian and Kittrick. I wasn't aware until later that it was other coaches there doing the same thing to other victims. It was about 4 of them. One girl, Brian had sex with me that night and another girl, same trip. We wasn't aware of that until recently. I know the next day, I ended up running, I think it was 11:36 in the 100. You know, I became 3rd in the nation. And I don't even know how I ran that fast. I started training at Mount San Antonio College. And that's where Brian coaches right now, girls. Mount Sac is well aware that he's assaulted so many girls. It's Jane Does that haven't even, hadn't had their day in court yet. But and Mount Sac is aware of this. And I know for a fact that he would take these young girls at the basketball team to Palm Springs and have these parties and have his fraternity brothers come, and these little young girls are drunk, passing out all over the place. They're aware because they put an article out saying that they're not going to remove him because of all the charges. Right now it's 3 girls that have went to court already, and it's a ton more coming out just for him alone. And as far as Kittrick, I don't understand why any of these men are still coaching. I know Vincent Sterling, he coached at Ganesha High School. I think they fired him doing the same thing. They're all related. These men are all related, and it's sick.
Yeah. These are the type of stories. Well, number one, Jag being, well, I don't care what everybody else says about Jag. She cares. The situation that happened with Ada affected her, and that's why she's very protective of, you know, the people she know and these people online. Yeah, Kittrick is a person who he still receives a pension from the NFL. He was the one who the wide receiver who was the first to catch Brett Favre's touchdown some time ago. I have the footage or whatever, but yeah, he's protected by the NFL. The other guy that assaulted her is basically protected by the LA County Sheriffs. And what Bernie Mac say, we ain't afraid of none of y'all. This is the type of activism we're on. I dare y'all to come and clip and say whatever y'all gonna say, and you know, whatever y'all want to say. I dare y'all to run up on me with any type of BS. You're gonna expose me, go ahead, expose me for that. But individuals who run around here just off of some YouTube clickbait type of ish.
What I find funny, honey, is that all of this is happening when we announced we were about to come forward with the Jaguar Wright show here on YouTube.
I know.
And see, what everybody seems to be missing is the greatest distraction is they want to keep us on these channels so we're not bringing you stories like Tammy's and the other survivors we have. See, distraction on top of distraction on top of distraction.
And that's the purpose of this show.
Jaguar Wright show. Don't you get it twisted.
Oh, that's part of the reason why this episode was brought, because that's the point that I'm driving home. got all these distractions, you got all this other stuff going on when there's bigger fish to fry. Everybody got personal stuff. I get it. And everybody's going to have personal stuff. We get it. But y'all got to pay attention to what's really going on.
Which is why it's so drastically important that we contain this Ada situation, get to the bottom of it, because we don't want the other survivors that are coming forward to think we're the kind of community that doesn't support and insulate our people.
And we do support, because before we even sat down with Miss Wallace, one of our good friends, psychologists, helped just helped her talk to a lot, like just walked her through a lot, made her, like you say, we don't want to bring anyone on. There's already a lot of trauma that has happened. She, like, when you see the stuff that happened with her family, because that clip was just a very tiny tip of the iceberg of what really happened, because she's still dealing with family and just people behind the scenes that are, it's wild.
She's going through the same kind of gaslighting attempts in real time, like me and Natanya Rubin.
Yeah. So imagine a person like I'll call him out. Who's the individual who sat there and forced or caused Ada to do X, Y, and Z? Well, they had access to Tammy. They had access to the other people that are behind this story too. That we're going to bring out the other victims.
I dropped all of my receipts early so that the trolls can do to Ada and do it to them too.
Yeah.
We gotta understand there is a process to safely bringing survivors forward, and we were looking forward to getting to the Ada story once we had gotten her through the emotional work, working with the same therapist that's worked with Tammy. We haven't even got her there. How can that be? You know what, honey? Okay, do you see this foolishness about King World showing where we live?
Well, that's great. Where do we live?
You know what? I'm putting this person in timeout here, and I'm hitting this person up for misinformation.
No. Let them put where we live. He's doxing her.
Okay, hold on.
Well, the guy, like I said, the guy is a straight weirdo. Oh, he's showing Maggie too. Okay, all right. Yeah, this is the type of situation. This is the type. These are you see what I just explained to you guys. What real activism is and what agitation is. The activism is what you just saw a few minutes ago with what it is that we're doing. Now, agitation is King World. If y'all want to do us a favor and report, that's great. Right, he just wants attention. He's gonna get that right kind of attention, because there's some people in North Carolina that will just Jag. Like I said, what did Professor Griff do? You ain't even, like, trust me, that area is, don't even trip. Yeah. Well, we'll get down to the bottom of Squid. What's his name? Squidward.
Yeah, that's what Sam called
AKA Marquiso Watson. I got you, bro. Don't trip. I got you. Yeah, if y'all report him, that's fine, but don't trip. This clown don't know where we live or anything. This is a weirdo, a certified weirdo, and he's gonna get his day in court.
He already at his third strike.
I want to see how this contributing to harassment works out for him, because I'm not just doing civil with him. Everybody else is getting a civil shoot program. He's literally going to be shoot program.
It's cool. All right.
I think we're done for today. But yeah, y'all see. I don't know, if y'all like this episode of All My Ninjas, I'm gonna do it again next week. Y'all, definitely just hit the like. And I got a shout out. Hold on, I got to shout out a brother, Scott. You emailed me, and you just shot us some dough. There's a brother named Scott. I'm not gonna say your last name. So I'm just this brother just shot us some bread or whatever just on GP. I'm like, dude, I don't just take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, with your shirts, Jag. I've been real slow with them shirts. There's people on there trying to use fraudulent IDs and stuff like that.
Wow.
You know how dumb you sound and look. I'm not just gonna ship you anything without verification. But long story short, shout out to Scott. You shot me some bread. I said, okay, cool, but I really can't accept it. And he's like, no, man, it's all good. Appreciate it. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna shoot you a shirt just on GP. So,
honey, I gotta go. We gotta get the stuff for the game.
I know. We're cutting it down. I'm finna shut it down right now. All right.
I almost forgot.
Jay Mizak, you got anything you want to say on the way out?
Nah. We're cool.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, for the most part, there's really nothing else I gotta say. I just want to say, hit the like button. Thanks. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We got over 300 people in here. I appreciate that. It's like the most I've ever had on a chat. But we're out of here. You say what?
You lit. And I predict that the Eagles are going to win today. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes. They going to do it for my daddy. They going to send it up today. My daddy going to be kicking it.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Yeah, and K-Dot, I know you're going to do your thing. And I can't wait I'm just waiting for halftime. That's it.
And
I think we're going to...
Kendrick Lamar.
Let me hit up bro, because I think we might pull up on bro. Let's see.
Beautiful day.
Indeed, y'all. Peace.
Wolfgang, where you at, man?